Hey, stepmamas, it's Terry. I am the admin here in our little group, and I know we're small, but we're mighty, right? So please invite your other stepmama friends. Want to get as much support and resources out there to you as I can. So if you know someone who could benefit from joining us, please invite them. We'd love to have some more members here. And I wanted to pop in this Wednesday afternoon because I wanted to talk to you about surviving your step family this holiday, right? You know, holidays are stressful. Lord knows, right? They're so stressful just in any average family. But for those of us, right, who are in a step family, it becomes increasingly hard to manage, right? We've got high conflict exes to think about and crazy schedules. And do we do Christmas with his kids or with my kids or both kids, or what do we wait? What do we do, right? So just managing the logistics of a step family is stressful enough, right? It is so crazy. So it is really, really important, ladies, that you take care of yourself. So that is what I do. So as a relationship strategist, I help you figure out how to get through this time and not only just survive your step family, ladies, but to love your step family and to create a wonderful, nurturing, caring environment for everyone. And you can feel appreciated and you can feel happy in your own home. I promise you. So let's talk about some steps to get through this because it is really, really important. You know, most people decide to divorce during the holidays. Bet you didn't know that. Yep. Most people decide the holidays, that's like kind of their final end of the straw. They're done. And then they file in January. Once Christmas is over, January, the divorce attorneys, they had their party in January, just so y'all know. And if you are in a step family, listen, the likelihood of you having a divorce is about, actually, the new statistic is 70%. That is crazy to me. If you both have kids, your likelihood of divorcing is 70%. And that's because we're ill-equipped. Our society doesn't teach us how to do this, and we don't have a lot of resources and definitely hardly any support because people just look at you and go, well, just treat his kids like you treat your kids and just do this and just do that. Like they don't understand that it's very complex dynamics, right? So it is vital that you get help through this, okay? Because I don't want to see you end up in a divorce. And so how do you get through this? How do you survive? Well, let me tell you, you need to hire a professional that understands this because it's not easy. And unless you've been through it and understand it and you understand the logistics to, right? It's one thing to just go to a like therapist or whatever and you talk about your problems. But someone like me has specific resources, activities, and tools and strategies designed for stepmoms, right? It's a special kind of a thing because I've been there and done that. I've made the mistakes, learned from the mistakes, and now I teach other women how to get through this time. I give them the tools, the resources, and the knowledge that they need to create the healthy self that they can be, and then how to create a healthy family. So it doesn't have to be me, but you definitely need someone that specializes in the step family dynamics, right? And then the second thing I want you to do, I want you to practice extreme self-care, mamas. So important. Listen, we as women, we want to please everyone else. So if you're a people pleaser, we definitely need to talk because those are the women I teach how to put up boundaries, how to care for themselves, how to prioritize their needs over everybody else's. Because if you are not putting your needs first, there's something wrong, sister. If you are not taking care of mama, who will? And if you don't take care of mama, who's going to take care of those kids? And your hubby, who doesn't know how to take care of himself. So somebody's got to take care of you, and it's got to be you. So you have to practice extreme self-care during this time. You need to make sure that you are eating well, resting well, going to the gym, practicing your yoga, your meditative practice, all those self care things. I really want you to think of it in terms of extreme self-care, right? putting that on the calendar and not saying, well, I'll do it after this, or I'll do this, or this is more important. No, you are most important. You are most important. All right, and then the next thing is I would have you reframe how you think about stress. What is stress? So stress is a self-created problem, right? And you know this is true because what stresses one person doesn't stress another person. It can be the same person or the same situation, and it's all about how you relate to that event or how you relate to that person. And I teach my clients how they can relate differently to that person or to that event so that it no longer causes them stress. And you're thinking, how, right? It's simpler than you think it is, right? Because it's self-created, and there's specific tools and strategies that you can do and I give you that will help you relate in a different way. I help you to uncover maybe why that person is a trigger and what the root cause of that stress is, and then help you to let go of that and release that stress, right? So you really need to reframe how you're thinking about the situation and the stress. I had a woman who had a very difficult relationship with her mother. And it was impacting her today, even though she was older. She was an older woman and was building a blended family, right? This was her second marriage, and the kids were grown and everything, but she was carrying this burden from her mother, and it was affecting the relationships with everyone because she was a people pleaser. And the reason is because she felt like her mother didn't love her. So she had this need to make everyone love her, right? And the truth was, after we did some work and I worked through this with her and I showed her how to reframe her thinking about this, and by the end of our session, she thought about her mother in a completely different way, and it changed her life. It changed her life. She had been carrying this burden around for 40 years that her mother didn't love her. And it was and to reframe that and to think something completely opposite in your world, like, rocked her world. And so she was not only able to relate to her family differently, she was able to relate to everyone in her life differently. She was no longer a people pleaser. So healing that was like really transformative for her. And I'm sure that there's things going on in your life that are causing you stress that if we get to the root of it, will be life-changing. And it'll heal that issue in your life, but it'll heal other issues as well, make you a better mother, make you a better woman, make you a better wife. It is so transformative, trust me. So listen, I have been there, I've done that. I went through a horrible divorce, lost everything in a few short months, my mother, my home, my marriage, my health, went bankrupt, lost my home, was homeless. I mean, it was just the most devastating time. And somehow I got through that and made it and married a wonderful, phenomenal man. And we were even able to grow our family. And he is amazing, right? He is just everything I could hope for. But listen, the stress of doing a step family, it made me second guess myself. There were times I wanted to leave. I wanted to walk out. But I learned what you need to do to have a successful, happy step family. And now I teach others how to do that. You don't have to leave in order to find your happiness. You can create your own happiness. So if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling isolated, if you're feeling like you can't do this, I'm here to help you. I'm here to show you how to do it. So reach out to me, send me a private message. I'd love to share with you how I can help you through this time. All right. Listen, I will be popping in, I hope, sometime next week. I'm going to be traveling on the East Coast, going back to New York to visit Pete's family, right? And then back home to my hometown in Virginia and see my dad. So I hope to see you next week. And if I don't, though, have a wonderful Christmas. If you need anything, reach out to me. I'm here for you. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.